Welcome. This is Dr. Aruna Patki. Today's topic is PCOD. PCOD is a polycystic ovarian disorder. It is a syndrome, and in this syndrome, the Ayurvedic approach of healing the person with PCOD, which has irregularities in the menstrual cycle, irregularities in the monthly cycle, excessive bleeding, less bleeding, or painful bleeding during the menstrual cycle or monthly cycle, as well as hormonal imbalances in the body, having the cyst in the ovaries, accumulation of cyst in the ovaries, as well as suffering with the weight gain, weight issues, and also the specific falling of hair, splitting of hairs, and graying of hairs. At the same time, growing the hairs in the face and facial areas.
My journey with PCOS began around puberty, around 13 or 14, when I started to notice hair growth on my chin and my neck that was unusual from those around me. Being that age, I was too embarrassed to speak up about it and would just either shave it or nair it off, which is just terrible for my skin in hindsight. And it was one of those things where until I became my own advocate in my 20s, I went to doctors and tried to get diagnosed as I researched and saw the signs of what this would likely be linked to. I had to get blood tests done several times and was turned away by my gynecologist, who just dismissed my hair as me being Italian and having light skin, and saying that, well, I had no cysts on my ovaries, so everything was fine. I finally found an endocrinologist who was amazing in my early 20s, who was able to diagnose me with blood tests and who was able to really say, okay, here's what you're working with, here's what you have. However, the one thing that they gave me to treat it was metformin, as well as telling me to follow a low carb or keto diet. As those, if anyone's been on those types of diets before, they do give you results, but it's not sustainable for the lifestyle I want to live. So I failed on the keto diet eventually. I lost weight, I gained weight, I yo-yoed, and metformin made me so sick that I was not able to stay on it. I tried a number of different ways to stay on it, read different tips and tricks, and was just never able to keep things down. So I gave up on that and just tried to start to figure out things on my own. Fast forward a few years, and I've discovered Ayurvedic medicine and Medaruna, and she really kind of opened my eyes to how PCOS isn't just the numbers, it isn't just your testosterone levels, it's things that manifest in many ways within your body. So it's been quite a journey for the last year as I understood the Ayurvedic teachings and the ways of mixing foods and the type of dosha I was. Within this, I was also able to bring my boyfriend in. So while he doesn't necessarily follow Ayurvedic eating or teachings completely, he was here to support me. I became vegetarian, which was a huge change as someone who's eaten meat my whole life. My boyfriend as well is Puerto Rican, grew up on pork and different meats and stews. And he also decided to join this journey with me. He saw how much energy I had, that my weight was changing, and that just my mental health was different. So he is also, even though he's a muscular, tall person and has to do a lot of physical work, he's also been following a vegetarian teaching. I'd say that the support I've had from both Aruna in the teachings, in understanding it and really applying it, has made such a difference to my life. And then also having a partner in my life who has transformed not just physically, but I think also mentally in this journey, as he's taken away the things that have blocked his flows. He's started to do more self-care and things of that nature. We're both seeing a transformation in our lives. It's goes beyond the physical. It's the mental, the physical, the getting, him losing 30 pounds and getting off blood pressure, me losing 30 pounds and not being on any medication, my numbers dropping, my testosterone dropping from 50 points to 30. And I'm still working on things. We're looking to conceive, and that's something we're going to be working on next to make sure that our bodies are in optimal shape for that. So PCOS has really been a journey, and I've really made the most progress in it in the last year of my life versus the number of years I spent chasing medicines and diets that weren't going to work. This is really a journey that takes in everything from food, mental, lifestyle, and just general happiness.